Okay, guys, here's a new segment that me and onsokumaru are working on, and we got our buddy Zelos here with us today. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Okay, anyways, me and Zelos are gonna listen to one of onsokumaru's weird stories. So, we just want to tell you, just hide your kids, because this story that we're about to hear may not be appropriate for them. So, yeah. Or it probably is, I don't know. Well, let's get started. But also, why have you been hanging out here every day now? Well, Bugsy, I could tell you that, but that's a secret. God, okay. Anyways. Okay, guys, I'm ready to tell this story. Okay. So, okay. Here's how it goes. See, you know how I used to be sort of a bounty hunter? Yeah. I would always get jobs to kill off things. Unlike mythical creatures too. They'd pay me to kill mythical creatures. But that's neither here nor there. This one story I'm gonna tell you is about freaking Boo Berry. And you guys may be wondering, hey, why did onsokumaru try to stop Boo Berry? Well, I'll tell you why. Because Boo Berry, he was a freaking, and look, kiddies, you should go out the room because Uncle onsokumaru doesn't want you to hear it. He was a rapist. I mean, that freaking mascot persona he had was just a persona. He loved to rape everything. Dogs, animals, humans, freaking aliens, he didn't care. And no one could stop him because they didn't know where he was. If he grabbed you from behind, it was over. Okay? So, but anyways, so, I don't know, General Mills calls me up and they say, we want you to kill Boo Berry because he's been doing sexually charged things. I remember them saying, but I really knew what that meant. That was like they meant rape. So I got some supplies, a proton pack, my Zanpato, a few guns, because you never know when you might need them. I mean, Boo Berry might rise zombies from the dead, so you never know when you might need them. So I grabbed my stuff, and I head out. And this town was called, and I'll tell you this town was freaking called, and I am not making this up. It was called Kellogg's. Kellogg's, people. That freaking town was called Kellogg's. Question. onsokumaru, why is Boo Berry, why is he doing the things he's doing? Well, I wish I could answer that question, but I don't even know. He just, I don't know, went crazy one day and started raping things. I don't know. So I'm logging in. The townspeople are scared because they think I'm Boo Berry in disguise. I got beat up when they found out I wasn't a ghost. They promptly greeted me. So then I wait in the town of Kellogg's for like a day. And then out of nowhere, Boo Berry comes up and all I hear is some music from the X-Files. I hear some music from the X-Files, and it was kind of like this. Give me a minute. It's gonna take you a minute. He was wasn't like he was in the commercials. He was big, he was blue, he was weird. And all I kept hearing, man, and I'll give you a little sample of what I heard. It was so creepy. I mean, it wasn't like the actual X-Files song or anything. It was just weird, and it was horrible. So I'm hearing the music, and Boo Berry goes like, "Hey, how you doing?" And I'm like, "I'll tell you how I'm doing. Freaking General Mills wants me to kill you, and I'm gonna do it." And then again, he looks at me, and he tries to grab me, and I run, and I start shooting, even though the bullets don't do anything to this ghost. So I'm running, shooting, hoping for the love of God I don't become his next victim. So, and then I'm like, wait a minute, I got a freaking proton pack. So then I grab that proton pack, and then I go, "Taste it, you ghost!" I reverse the polarity on the proton pack to kind of destroy him. So I was like, "Die, die, die!" And he was like, your proton pack cannot stop me." And I was like, "Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap." So me and Boo Berry like started fighting out of nowhere, and I don't know, my punches actually hit him. I'll bite on this one. How could you punch Boo Berry if he's a ghost? I have no idea. I don't know. My punches connected to his face, and I went with it. I didn't question it at all. So then me and Boo Berry started fighting like freaking 70s and 80s cartoon characters, and it was just messed up. And we kept fighting and fighting and fighting. Then out of nowhere, I kept hearing the Monster Mash for some reason. I don't know why or how I kept hearing it. But it sounded all weird, like MC Chris was singing it. But then I heard the X-Files theme one more time. It sounded really, really weird. Like, it was weird. I just started beating him, and then I kept hearing this. Okay, here's the sound I was kind of hearing. So, Boo Berry goes like, "You will be my next victim now." And I'll be like, "No, I'll be hog-tied if I get raped by a freaking ghost." So then, I came out of nowhere. I kept hearing Bugsy's a song. I don't know where it came from, I don't know how it got into me, but it was freaking awesome. And it was beyond words. But I kept fighting and fighting and fighting until I screamed, "Who?" Yes, I screamed "Who?" And I don't know why. I kept hearing this song, and I kept fighting and fighting Boo Berry, and Boo Berry was like, "What is going on?" And I used the banishment spell that Bugsy taught me before I left. So I kept using before I used the banishing spell, there was a couple more punches, and then Boo Berry like slammed me to the wall. My back was freaking jacked up, man. I was like in pain, but I still did the freaking spell. And I banished Boo Berry to the corners of New Jersey. You banished him to New Jersey? Seriously? I'm dead serious. Have you been to New Jersey, my friends? it's not an okay place. But then I thought, no. Then I figured he'll just come back, so I just sent him to the fan zone. Oh, that makes a lot more sense. So anyways, I got Blueberry, I banished Blueberry to the freaking Phantom Zone, where he's probably stuck between worlds, and I got money from General Mills for killing him. Well, sending him away. So, it was a pretty okay day. I got one question. When did I teach you that banishment spell? Because I know what you're talking about, but I didn't teach you that. Well, I guess I don't know. I kind of used it and I didn't know. Onsokumaru, if you would have used the wrong incantation, it could have killed you. Well, I didn't think of that. And also, some spells can actually summon certain dark lords, like Shabernado for one. I don't think. Please do not talk about Shabernado. I mean, I swear to God. I mean, Zealous were pals and all, but I don't even want to go through the whole Shabernado thing again. Alright, folks. See you later. This is Bugsy, and this is Zealous, keeping everything I know a secret. And this is onsokumaru. Seriously, if you need a job done, I will be there. I will help you out, no matter what. I don't care if you pay me in freaking gum, and freaking oxtails, and freaking ice rink. I mean, I don't care if you give me the whole ice rink or anything. I will help you out. Okay. onsokumaru, that was by far the weirdest thing you've ever said. Really it was. I mean, somewhat yes, others no. I mean, the dude Zealous is weird, okay? Let's just leave it at that. See you guys later.